Good morning once again. So, like I said, some of the things we are going to be talking about are not things that are strange, are not things that are new. We just want to look at it from another angle and another perspective. There's something we call learning, unlearning, and relearning. Sometimes we learn new things, something that is new entirely. Sometimes we relearn something we have already known. Maybe if you now look at it from another angle, from another perspective, you now learn new things about that same thing that you have known for a very long time. And unlearning is when you remove the old idea or the old knowledge you have about something. Maybe that idea is archaic or is no longer in use. You unlearn it completely, then now learn another new way of doing things, or learn another new strategy, another new methodology. So this morning we are going to be doing a lot of, for some people it will be learning, for some people it will be unlearning, and for some people it will be relearning. So that's just by the way. I am going to be sharing my screen now so that we can dive straight into business. Kindly confirm if you can see my screen. Kindly confirm in the chat box that you can see my screen before I proceed. I'm waiting for the confirmation so that we can continue. Yes, I can. Yes, okay. Thank you. So, as you can see on my screen, the title of our presentation this morning is Corporate Relationship Management. And what is the objective? What is the objective? To introduce corporate relationship management to you and to help you understand how to manage relationship with corporate clients, then the conclusion. So let's quickly move into the real deal. So what is corporate relationship management? So I will be placing my phone here so that I can see my comment. So what is corporate relationship management? Corporate relationship management basically involve relationship that a business have with its customers, employees, suppliers, and other stakeholders. Most of the time, we always concentrate our efforts on customers alone because we believe, oh, it's customers that are paying our bills. But corporate relationship management is just beyond that. It's not just about the customers alone. It's about the customers, it's about the suppliers, all the vendors we use, the employees, and other stakeholders of that organization, of that company. People who have interests, people who have a stake in that organization. But for the purpose of this training, we are going to be considering corporate relationship management in relations to customers and clients. How do you succeed in actively listening to your customer, engaging them, and retaining them? Remember, customers are the lifeline of a business. If you don't have a customer in a business, it's as good as you are just there to play, because they are the ones that will buy from you. They are the ones that will exchange value. They give you their money, then you give them your value, whether it is the form of products or services. So how do you manage relationship with corporate clients? How do you manage relationship with corporate clients? Your relationship, your relationship with your customer is just like every other relationship, and it's based on trust. These days, customers are more informed and skeptical. Customers are more informed. They have more knowledge. They have more understanding. They are not naive. Unlike before that, you just give them whatever you like. You just treat them the way you like. But now they know their rights. They know what they want. And so you that you're servicing them or you're providing a product or services, you should be aware that they know their rights and they know what they want. So you need to be honest in order to build your credibility and get your customers, your clients to trust you and open up to you. There's this saying that the cost of acquiring a new customer is far, far beyond the cost of retaining old customer. It's very easy for you to retain old customer. How do you retain old customer? Just give them quality customer service. Satisfy them as customers. Then they will be willing to stay. Not just stay. They will even refer more people to you. You will hear, oh, if you need this and this, go to that place. They are they are your best plug. If you need it, so even a well-satisfied customer will help you bring more customers on board. But a dissatisfied customer will help you chase more. In fact, they will help you chase more customer than a satisfied customer will bring more customer. I don't know whether you understand this analysis. Like, if I am a satisfied customer, I can tell 10 people about your business and urge them to patronize you. But if I am a dissatisfied customer, I can tell 50 people, because, like they say, bad news spreads faster than good news. People spread bad news more than they spread good news. So that is why we need to make sure that we have a good relationship with our customers. You want to be the person that your customer come to first when they have a question or problem regarding your industry. You have to stay informed about what is happening. You have to stay informed about what is happening in your industry. Stay updated, because that information is necessary. Like I said, customers are no longer naive. They now know what they want. So you need to be updated of what, not just of what is happening in your business now, what is happening in your industry. If you are in the oil and gas industry, you need to be updated. What are the new policies that the government are coming up with? How is it going to affect your business? How is it going to affect your customers? You know, you need to get the accurate data and statistics of what is happening. Because, like I said, corporate relationship management is not just about your customers now. It's about all the other stakeholders, your employees, the suppliers, your shareholders. All of them want to know what is going on in your industry. So by the time they are the ones coming to give you information then, and you're looking like, oh, well, where did you get this from? When did this happen? It looks like you are not serious and you don't even know what you're doing. So you should be the one feeding them or updating them about what is going on in your industry, not they coming to you to tell you, okay, this is what is now obtainable in your own industry. Large number of relationship managers do not contact clients regularly because they believe they will annoy them. This is indeed a valid concern, but it's only happening in the case when you make a sales pitch every time customers come in contact with you. Avoid being a nuisance. So number one point is learn to stay in contact. There are some people that they only contact their customers when they have something to sell. Let me give you a very good example. For some of us that leverage on digital marketing, one of the wings of digital marketing is email marketing. Some people only send emails to their customers or clients only when they want to sell something to them. Maybe when they are launching a new product or they are launching a new service, they'll just send the emails. What about you sending email just to say hi to them? What about you sending email to acquaint them or to inform them about the industry updates? What about you sending email to them on their birthday and some of their anniversary to celebrate them? What about you paying them a costly visit? For some of your clients and customers that are really big, what about you paying them? It's not just about only Christmas that you give them hamper. No, it goes beyond that. That's a common thing that people do. Maybe once in a while, 3-4 personnel can go to their offices or even their homes if need be, to just say hi to them and just greet them. So it's not just about you selling every time. And that's why most customers avoid some companies and some businesses, because they know all they do is selling. So stay in touch with your customers, but do not stay in touch in a very annoying way that you become a nuisance and they don't want to have anything to do with you. Provide answers and results rather than solution. Provide answers to their questions. Customers have a lot of questions. Customers cringe every time salespeople offer them solutions to their problem. Really, there is no magic solution to absolutely any problem. There should be answers and results. That is something you need to teach your sales team. So your sales team need to give answer to their concern and not solution. Yes, you can give solution to their problem, but they need specific answers to some of their concerns that they have related to you. Listen to your clients. That's another thing. Listen to your clients. You need to listen and know what exactly they want, their pain points. Avoid this common mistake of business that they are too focused on pushing their products at customers instead of listening to their problems. I've mentioned that it's good to push your product to your customer because, of course, you need them to buy. That is why you're in business. But you also need to listen to them, their concerns, their problem, their questions. and give them appropriate answers. There are pain points. Okay, so with that, you will even be able to know how to satisfy them and how to service them well. This will help them resolve their issues effectively. Another point is, do not participate in price war. Do not participate in price war. This can lead to disaster because it's a no-win situation. There is always going to be a competitor who is willing to go lower than you in terms of price. However, it can also send the wrong message about the quality of your products. There's something we call pricing strategy in business. We have a lot of pricing strategy in business, and you will only pick a pricing strategy that is suitable for you. Do not try to be competing with anybody, because some people are selling their stuff for 10,000. Okay, so let's sell our own for 8,500 so that we can sell more than them. No, it's not even about how cheap, because that's one of the mistakes we make most of the time. We think there are some things that we'll be able to sell more when they are cheap. No. And that's why you need to look into your pricing strategies. What kind of pricing strategy are you using? Are you using a pricing strategy to gain entrance into a new market? Or you are using a pricing strategy to win customers over, just to buy their loyalty? Or you are using a high pricing strategy to show class? Maybe you are selling a luxurious product, or you want to just enter into the market with premium price. That means you don't want to go for all these small prices. You want to set your premium price. At the end of the day, if you're selling something, it might be 4 people or 5 people that will patronize you. Okay, let me give you a very typical illustration. For instance, if you're selling something, if you're selling this phone, if this phone is 10,000 in the market, this is the cost price of this phone in the market. This is what typically everybody, they are selling this phone. And I am entering into this market and I say, okay, you know what? I'm not selling this phone for 10,000 naira. I'm going to be making a phone that I'm going to be selling for 100,000 naira. That is my own pricing strategy. Now, if I am able to sell one of this, which is 100,000, it's the same thing as somebody who is selling this for 10,000 naira that is able to sell 10. You might be looking at it that, oh, I sold 10, you are selling 1. But at the end of the day, if you look at the comparative pricing, you would discover that it still boils down to the same thing, because 10 pieces of this for 10,000 is 100,000. While I said this just one for 100,000 is still 100,000. So you will now discover that it's still the same end result. It's just about the strategy that you use. So some people want to go for premium. They don't have time for all this 1,000, 2,000 naira thing. They just want to go for premium. Even if it is 1 or 2 they sold, they are fine. So don't need to engage in any war with any competitor. You are the one in your business. Yes, you can look at the markets. You can do a market survey to know what is obtainable in the market. But your pricing strategy should still boil down to your goal and your objective. It should boil down to your vision and mission. It should boil down to the kind of business you do, the kind of impression, the kind of brand you're trying to build. Are you trying to build an affordable brand, or you're trying to build a luxurious brand? So do not participate in pricing war with your competitors. Then another thing is, I like how you are different. If all companies are selling the same thing you're selling, if all companies are doing the same thing you're doing, then you should be able to differentiate yourself in a way. What makes you different? Why do you think people should prefer you? Why do you think people should pick you over the others? So this question is very, very important. Highlight how you're different. Shine the spotlight on your unique selling proposition. There's something we call USP, unique selling proposition. How do you want to come out? Everybody can be doing the same thing, but you need to add your own unique touch in such a way that it gives you an edge over other people or over other competitors. This is a difficult question to answer, and this one is this one that most businesses are unable to do, which can drive customer away. It is highly unlikely that you are the sole manufacturer or provider of a product. So it is very, very unlikely that you are the only one that will be doing that thing. So if you're not the only one that is doing that thing, how can you now shine your spotlight in such a way that you become unique? No matter how difficult it is, you still need to find a way around it. Number 8 is use social media to interact. This the importance of social media can never be overemphasized, because we discovered that most of the customers we are servicing now are on social media. People hardly on their television, people hardly buy newspaper now. Everybody is now on social media. I can categorically tell you that 70% of the population have access to social media. So that means if social media is where people are gathering, is the new marketplace, then you should be able to target your customers on social media and interact with them. I've seen a lot of cases where some banks solve people's complaints on social media. Somebody will just put in the comment section, my account was closed, and something, they just complain there, and they take it up from there, and they will just tell that person, oh, we'll be in your inbox, give us this details, this, and before you know it, they will resolve that problem for that person. So as a company who is interested in corporate relationship management, you should have a good social media presence in such a way that you have an interaction with your audience, with your customers. It will even help you to, push more of your products and services, give it more visibility, give it more publicity. More customers know you. The power of social media is growing day by day, and businesses need to make sure that they use it to reach out to their customer, to strengthen their relationship. Social media networks are excellent platforms for businesses to learn about the thoughts and need of their target audience. You need to learn about your target audience and their thoughts. What do they want? What is their pain point? And you will be able to get, because of social media, you'll be able to get instant feedback. For instance, you can do a poll or a survey and say, okay, what would you like us to do? How would you like us to improve our product? Which other product would you like us to launch? From all this survey, you will get some information about what they need and how you can even improve your own services and your own business. So the conclusion is that corporate relationship management has come to stay. And we have even seen that some organizations these days have structure for corporate relationship management. They have something we call relationship managers who relates with their clients, who relates with their vendor. It's not just about we delivering services and we just end it there, we just close the chapter here. There is more to relationship management. You should be able to take it further in such a way that you build some kind of relationship. There's something we call loyalty, customer loyalty. You will discover that there are some brands that have been in existence for years. Even though a lot of modern brands have come up even after them, you will discover that some people are still loyal to that old brand. Why? Because those brands have been able to create good customer relationship in their time past. Because they have been able to create good customer relationship. Sorry. Because they've been able to create good customer relationship in the time past. So I'll quickly go through the introduction again. Then we will have time for questions. Corporate relationship management basically involves the relationship of business with their customers, employees, suppliers, and other stakeholders. But for the purpose of this training, like I said, we are going to be considering relationship management in relations to customers. These days, the business that succeed are the ones that actively listen to their customers and also engage them on a frequent basis. We need to obtain customers' feedback and implement it for designing future products. Like I said about the social media thing, when you get customers' feedback, it helps you it gives you an idea of what they want and how it's and this information is going to be useful for you in designing future products. So thank you for listening to this presentation. I hope you got value in one way or the other. I'm going to be opening the floor for questions now. So if you have any question, kindly raise up your hand. I will stop sharing my screen now, and we can take questions. You can use the chat room to drop your question. You can also raise up your hands, then I'll call you, then you answer your question. So don't forget that when you want to speak, you're already muted, so you have to unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Okay, Mr. Tunji wants to ask a question. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Are you speaking? I don't know. Please go ahead. I can't hear you. Maybe you should use the chat box. Mrs. Bliss, can you speak so that I will know where the problem is coming from? Please unmute yourself and speak on your video. I can still hear you. Is it just me? I don't know. I think the problem is from me. I don't know. Please, can someone help me in the chat? Can you use the chat box so that I will know what is exactly happening? Is this thing from me? Mrs. Bliss, can you speak now? I think the issue is from me. I can't hear anybody. Okay. That's serious. Please, can someone talk now so that I can see whether it's from me? Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. That means it's from me. I just resolved it now. Thank you. So please go ahead. I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. My question is very simple, ma. You mentioned earlier that we should try to get in touch with our customers often, but my question lies with how do you draw a line by you constantly get in touch with your customers without being a nuisance? I hope you got that. Hello?
Hello, sorry, I'm coming. 1 minute. Yes, I got that question. That how do you get in touch with your clients and customers without being a nuisance? And I remember that I've also said it that when you get in touch with your customers too often, pushing your product to their faces, I think that is that is when there is a problem. So for everything, whether it is corporate relationship or even personal relationship, we all know that too much of everything is bad. So when we say getting in touch with customer, it doesn't mean that we should choke them, we should choke them up. We can, okay, sorry, my video was off before. So it doesn't mean we should choke them up. Just know, I believe that when we are dealing with customers, we already have an idea of who they are. Somehow we have an idea of their personality. So it doesn't mean we should choke them up with calls, with text message, with emails, no breathing space, nothing. So at intervals, and let it not be that you are introducing your product to them every time you're going to be getting in touch. In such a way that when they see your phone call, they already know that it's business you want to talk about. So sometimes you just call them to say hi to them, to check up on them. And most importantly, during their celebration, if they are really big customers, it's not bad to be part of their celebration. It's just to make them feel important. Everybody wants to be important. Everybody wants to feel important. Okay, so it's you don't need to do it too much. Just do it moderately, in a way that even you yourself you know that okay, this is not too much. So I can't really give a specific time because I don't know the nature of the business, how often you meet your customer. There are some customers you see every day. For those kind of customers, you can only check on them once in a while because you already see them every day. So if you're checking on them too much, it will look like you're choking them, or you are hovering all over them too much. So I believe that answers your question. Do we have any other question? Please, can you mute yourself if you are not speaking? Okay, I have
question in the chat box.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to look at.
You're not audible again.
Okay, I'm trying to look at the question.
Yes.
Okay. You said we shouldn't engage in price war, but with most of the customers' demographic, we have people easily rush to companies with little price difference. Now, this is where setting your standard comes in place. This is where setting your standard comes in place. Some companies or some organizations only offer premium prices. Let's come down a bit to the ones we are used to, which is our daily consumables. Can I call them consumables? I can't call them consumables. Let me say things we use daily. I already use phone as an example. Then we have clothing, all these clothing brands. You'll discover that there are some clothing they call designers. Why do you think they call them designers? If you look at those clothes, you will wonder, why are people paying so much? You know, you see a dress, a very short dress, and you see 3 million. I don't know whether you have seen such ridiculous price before. And you're wondering, who will buy this? Who on earth will buy this? It's because the company has been able to set a standard. And in fact, for the fact that some people don't even believe that something is of quality if it's not expensive, that's another aspect. So it is left to you to be able to define your goal and your objective. Fendi, Gucci, yes. All these designers, if you look at those things they are selling, they are not extraordinary. They are not different from the casual wears you see on the streets, on the road that you buy. But these people place a premium price on it because that is the kind of niche they want to carve out for themselves. Okay, so you can also, it doesn't matter. Like I told you, you can sell this one, just one of these, and some people are selling 10. It doesn't matter. What matter is you knowing what you want, know the kind of pricing strategy you want to use, and go for it. And use all the marketing strategies you want to, to market it. Go to the places where you know this thing can be affordable, not people who are just managing themselves. They have not even finished sorting out their bills. You know, people that are still struggling with life. You know, this kind of people are not people that can afford your product. So you need to be able to map out a good marketing strategy that will help you to be able to sell those things to the people that can afford it. So it all depends. There is no price that is too high and there is no price that is too low. It all depends on your strategy as a company. So another question is, how do you reward customer loyalty with gifts and discount without using too much of the company's bottom line profits? You have your financial statements and you know what level or what amount of provision you can. So as you are preparing your budget from the beginning of the year or maybe from the previous year, for 2022 now, for the budget of 2022, I believe that some companies have already sealed it since November last year or October last year or December at most. You've already concluded the budget. So you have to create a budget for it.
Recording stopped.
You have to create a budget for it you have to find a way to accommodate it in your financials so that you know that this budget is there. So even if you don't use it at the end of the day, it's still there. And if you use it, good. So it's like being intentional about creating making accommodation for that thing in your financials. So that is just it. So we have just 2 minutes more for this meeting, and I would like Madam Bliss to round this up because this meeting is going to end in 2 minutes. So please round it up so that we can close this meeting. Thank you.
The meeting will be ending soon. I don't know if there's anybody that has a question, but our email is always open. You can always correspond with us via email. Professional services, a consultancy service. A consultancy company. And we're into training, we're into business development, consultancy. So there are different areas, like she mentioned, the area of social media. I'm sure from the correspondence was sent to you. You saw some of the areas we train on. So basically, if you need us to boost any area of these things you have mentioned, you can always contact us and we can always, have a relationship after now. So thank you so much. I don't know if she has
Thank you.
any other question.
Thank you, everyone. We hope to do more business with you some other time. And we believe that you got value from this training. We would like to get your feedback. Madam Bliss will be sending some things to you just to get your feedback about how you feel about this training, how valuable it is to you. Did you get any value? And so on and so forth. So thank you once again. We wish you a very happy new week. And we pray that your business is profitable this week. Good customers, great customers, profitable business deals will come your way. Thank you once again, and do have a wonderful week. Bye. Thank you for watching on social media. We've come to the end of this training. It's a training rendered or presented to Sungas Limited. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your week.